Hey everybody, it's Liz with Abyss Paranormal. We are back again with Steven with our group Abyss. Hi, Steven. Say hi, Steven.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, and tonight we are talking about the cryptid mermaids. So, first off, I want to say I am hearing like an echo or feedback coming through on this, and if it's doing it for you guys, I'm sorry. We can't figure out what's going on. We tried to fix it before we started, but it didn't work.
It's probably
So
wrong on my end.
probably not. I think it's just the phone. I really do. I think is the phone plugged in? Maybe.
My phone?
Yeah. Is it plugged in charging?
Nope.
I don't know then.
I probably do need to check my battery on my phone.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Let's do that real quick. Go ahead and check your battery.
I'm halfway. I am at half point, so
Okay.
should be good.
All right. If it starts getting low, just let us know. You go grab your charger, plug it in. Okay.
Okay, I'll rush to plug it in.
Okay.
Maybe I should get
So,
my
uh huh.
maybe I should get my thing and plug it in.
Just do it now and then. You think?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wait. Go ahead. Poppy, come on. Get back in here.
Are we live now?
Yep, we're live.
Okay.
Thinking technology is the bane of our existence.
I am not good at technology. I'm horrible at it. I'm gonna
You're
get left behind when it comes to technology.
gonna be one of them little old mans who's like, "Show me how to use the remote."
What is
Uh
it
oh,
doing now?
there you are. Okay, so as we start all of our cryptid shows, remind everybody what a cryptid is.
Oh, a cryptid is like a creature that people see or claim to have seen, but there's no evidence of its existence.
Okay,
I guess that's how it could be looked at.
so no actual. So it's not like we have it on display at the museum, but people's videos and pictures might lend to the evidence of it existing. But
Yeah, but the videos are usually considered disputable or or people don't know if they are real or not. Yeah.
okay, and so tonight we are. Give me a second here. We're going to be talking about mermaids. And this is a typical depiction of a mermaid. Usually, though, they have seashells on their voice, but
Like Ariel.
yeah. But this is the idea of what a mermaid looks like. She is water bound, it's covered in seaweed, ends with a fish tail, a human like porcelain. So, go ahead and tell us what you know.
Okay. Um, Mermaids. Sorry, guys. I'm going through my notes and I'm not really organized. Okay, one of the oldest representations of a mermaid is a goddess named Atergatis of northern Syria and she is depicted as half fish on the bottom and a human on top. And I don't really know the whole full story, but what I heard is that she turned into a fish, but the other gods thought she was too beautiful to be a fish, so they made it to where on the top port she would be a human woman, and on the bottom she would be a fish.
Okay. And what was her name again? A goddess named what?
Atar goddess. You want me to spell it?
Please.
Atargatis.
ADARARGATIS.
Atargatis. There's like another one, and I think he comes from kind of like a similar culture, but his name is spelled Oannes.
OANNES.
Yep.
Okay.
And he doesn't really look like a mermaid, but he's like part fish, part human, kind of. Do you see what he looks like?
No, we didn't. You didn't have me pull his image up.
Okay.
You want me to try to find it real quick?
Nah.
Okay.
Some people claim that one of the gods of the Philistines mentioned in the Bible, his name is Dagon, is part fish, part man, but that's kind of debated about. But a lot of medieval representations of him represent him as part fish and part man.
How do you spell Dagon?
Dagon.
Okay.
And the Philistines were basically like a group that the ancient Israelites hated. I guess they fought against each other. And I think, according to the Bible, they wiped them out or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't really remember. There is also other similar mermaid characters and beings. Like there is the nine gyro. I'm probably butchering this name, and this is from Japanese literature. They are first represented as freshwater beings. Some early sources of literature describe them as being in freshwater and they were captured. Others say that and this is like in the medieval period of Japanese culture, that they're kind of like a bad omen, an omen of bloody battles and calamity. And if any of you know about, I think his name is P.D. Barnum, he had like a Fiji mermaid, and it's like a fake mermaid that's part monkey, part fish. It was based on that.
What?
And originally in Japan, they would have these things in their temple. They had multiple ones, and they would have them in their temples, and these temples would be connected with legends connected with these creatures.
Okay. So you were talking about sightings like in fresh water, and I when we were trying to find images before we came on and whatever, I was looking for one particular video that I saw on paranormal caught in camera, and it was this woman who was recording what appeared to be a mermaid in a lake. And I thought there's like no way because mermaids are saltwater fish or
I
cryptids,
think
you
there
know?
are some legends of them living in in other bodies of water too.
Gotcha.
Like like I will get to them. Like in religions like voodoo in
Mm-hmm.
Santeria, they have La Sirene, they have Oshun, Yamea. Yamea is connected with the ocean, but Oshun is connected with fresh water. And
Okay.
Oshun isn't really a mermaid, but she is kind of like a deity of fresh waters. And you have beings like Mamawati, who are connected with water too, and they usually are represented as being snake-like instead of
See,
really being mermaids.
This is what I'm talking about when I'm like he's full of knowledge. All I have to do is get you on that right thing. You don't have to read nothing. You got it.
Okay. There's I looked up one about that's from a I think it's from Chinese culture, and I'm probably butchering this name. A Jaroren, Jiaoren, and this is a mermaid creature that's said to cry pearls and stuff like that.
It said to what?
Pearls. They when their tears turn to pearls.
Oh, they cry pearls. Ooh.
I think most people know that Titan or Triton, who is like on the Little Mermaid, is actually
Mhm.
based on a Greek deity or being that is Poseidon's son, and his mother is, I'm probably butchering this name too, Amatitrite.
I haven't
And
heard that
Poseidon
one.
is really kind of like a mermaid, merman.
Okay. And that's one image we didn't pull up. We didn't think about doing a merman.
Yep, we didn't think about that. Okay, I'm gonna skip over to like the. I don't know. Did I mention the sirens?
That's where you wanted to start and you didn't.
Okay. I'm going to talk about Odysseus and the sirens. Um,
You want
in
me to
some of
show
the
an image
mermaid.
real quick?
What?
You want me to show an image of a siren?
Sure.
Okay.
Um, in the I forgot what it was in. Is it the Odyssey?
Yes, the Odyssey. Uh-huh.
Um, from what I've read, and I didn't really read this from the Odyssey itself, but they said that the Odyssey actually doesn't describe what the sirens look like. But he said that they would lure sailors in with their beautiful voices, and they would be killed because their ships would crash into the shore or something like that. But later Greek representations of them are more bird-like than mermaid-like. And
As
then later
depicted in
on,
this image here,
what?
like this right here.
Yes.
Okay.
And then later on, I don't remember if it said the Middle Ages or the Renaissance period. They started to be represented more as being like mermaids, as having fish tails, sometimes multiple fish tails.
Multiple fishtails. Would you like for me to show the image of the twin-tailed now?
Yep,
Okay.
kind of like what you see with the logo on Starbucks.
Okay, so this is the twin-tailed one. And then we're going to show the similarity between the Starbucks logo. Now, did you find out why Starbucks used the siren as their logo?
Um, what I read is it's intended to lure you to their coffee, kind of.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know if that means they're gonna lure you to your doom or what. I don't know. Probably not.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. I can't see people. Okay. Um, I'm going to move on to sightings of mermaids. Supposedly, Christopher Columbus saw mermaids around 1493. But a lot of people believe that he probably saw manatees.
I was just getting ready to ask you about that. Some people, even today, think that people thought that mermaids were actually manatees. But I look at a manatee and I'm like, I don't see how like a big old blubbery thing could be mistaken for human.
And when Christopher Columbus said he saw them, he said that they weren't as beautiful as they're often depicted. He said that they have masculine traits. I don't
So he
know.
saw merman.
Yeah. So a lot of people believe he saw manatees instead of mermaids. Um,
Okay.
but there's even reports of mermaids from Pliny the Elder, who was around the first century. He refers to them as nereids. Um, he refers to them in his book called Naturalis Historia, and
That's what I've heard.
there's like 9 books of this. And he writes that the ambassador of Gaul saw lifeless nomads around the shores. He also wrote that male nomads would get into ships and cause them to sink. But some people don't consider him very reliable because he also wrote about a creature called a minotaur, and that creature doesn't exist. But he also wrote about a giant squid on the shore
Which
too.
does exist.
Yes.
So
So because
maybe
he
people
makes
are just too
references to
dismissive.
creatures that don't exist, sometimes his validity is considered questionable. Sometimes.
Yeah, but I
And
mean,
I
if
don't remember if he is the one that wrote about early Christians or if that was like his son. I don't remember. But
who
he's
is this
like
that you're talking about though? What's his name?
his name is Henley the Elder.
Okay.
Um, and I kind of jumped around. There's also references to a man named Henry Hudson and his crew. They said that they saw mermaids around the Arctic area around 1609. There's David Hennell, who was exploring Greenland around 1652 and 54. And
What was that last one's name? Sorry.
let me repeat the name.
That last name.
Oh, David Danell, Danell.
Okay.
I'm very unorganized. I'm sorry, guys. In 1719, a man named Samuel Fuller, he wrote a book called Fishes, Crayfishes, and Crabs. He claimed that he captured a mermaid and kept her captive in a tub, and that she made squeaking noises like a rat, and she refused to eat, and she starved to death. Um, this
That's a
author,
scary story.
yeah, and he also claimed that he had a fish that walked on 4 legs like a dog, and it followed him around, and it also died.
So,
So people debate whether his stories are fictitious or not.
but there are fish with legs.
You're right. I never thought about that. Okay, I'm going to move on to more recent sightings.
Are you doing the 1967 one?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm going to do the dimpled mermaid first, I think.
Oh, the dimpled mermaid.
Yeah. Did you get that one?
Oh, that's the one from 1967, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this happened in Canada around Helen Point on the main island. I guess there was like a cruise ship that went by, and they saw this mermaid, and they took that picture. They claimed that she was eating a salmon. Um, but there's a lot of debate about whether it was a hoax. Because I read in one article by the Times Colonist that claimed that a man named Andy Lord and his wife Lois, along with others, may have started it as a hoax. So basically, they got this woman named Judy Allred to dress up that way, and then when they went past that way, they thought it was a mermaid and they took pictures of her.
The fact that they could name their co-conspirator makes me think it was in fact a hoax. So,
And I guess this was found out in 1967 around June.
okay.
And a guy named Andy Lord, he died around 2007.
Did he ever say anything in his later years about making it a hoax or still claiming it being real or anything like that?
I really didn't look that up, but I
No.
looked up that him and his wife, they created a tale for her and stuff like that. And it was intended to bring in people as tourists there, I guess.
So they own something on that island or something. And
Yeah, I don't really know. I didn't really look him up further. Maybe I should have.
it's okay. Well, give me his name real quick and then I'll type it in the thing for anybody else who wants to look it up.
His name, Andy Lord,
How do you spell the last name?
Lord. His
Oh,
wife was named Lois. I guess Lord too. I couldn't find a lot of information about her either.
okay.
I don't remember really looking it up. Oh, and to jump further back into history, around 1608, during an expedition to discover the Northern Passage, Henry Hudson claimed several crew members spotted a mermaid from the navel upward. She was like a woman with long black hair, but she had a tail like a porpoise. There's something called the Brissings mermaid, Bregenzz, in Austria, that's supposedly a mummified mermaid,
Whoa.
but it's actually a mummified body of a shark.
Oh.
Okay, let me see here. In Zimbabwe, there were some dam workers that reported. I think what I read was that they were having malfunction issues and they believed it was connected with mermaids.
What made him believe that? Did it? They lend any reason why?
Can you repeat that again?
Did they say why they thought it might have been mermaids?
I think it's just a very strong belief in that area. It's in Africa. They very strongly believe in mermaids, and I think these are freshwater mermaids.
Okay.
But I might be wrong. And they would hire ministers to try to exorcise these mermaids.
They thought they were like demons?
Yeah, because they believe that they're like demons or something.
Wow. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and talk about the Kauai one? The Kauai sighting?
Oh, let's see if I can find my notes on that. Dang it, where's my notes on that? I'm not finding it. Oh, in Hawaii, at Kauai Point, a man named Jeff Leacher, Leicher, around April 12th, 1998, he took a picture of what he claimed was a mermaid. And I don't remember if this is the same story, but I think he claimed that she was jumping with dolphins, like at the same speed as they were going. And that's the picture.
So this is what he said. He said, I couldn't believe what I saw. There, not 10 feet from the bow, was what looked like a nude woman. She had long flowing hair and one of the most beautiful faces I'd ever seen. But there's no way a human being could be swimming so fast. She kept up with the dolphins.
Yeah.
Then she leapt
Does
into
it
the
actually
air.
say that, or did I get that from a different story?
Nope, that's what it says.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she leapt into the air, and my heart almost gave out on me. The entire lower half of her was covered with scales and tapered back into a huge fishtail. She jumped once more and then disappeared under the surface. All 10 people on the boat witnessed the bizarre incident, but there was another incredible surprise still ahead. About an hour later, we arrived at the point and we were diving. I was photographing some colorful fish with my underwater camera. Suddenly, I felt something brush against my leg. She shot by me like a streak of lightning and then turned and came back past me, swimming the other way. I just aimed the camera and started snapping pictures. I kept shooting as she broke for the surface and swam away. And then the image right here on the screen, guys, is the image he caught.
It's pretty recent, like 1998.
Yeah, that's what it
And
said,
that's pretty
1998.
wild to be claiming a mermaid. You saw a mermaid in 1998.
Right, exactly. Okay.
Where's the? There's also a mermaid sighting in Israel.
I have
I'm trying to
those
look for my
videos.
notes about that. I'm not able to find it.
I have my
But it's been
videos
very
queued up.
recent.
You want me to show that video of the mermaid in Israel? You have to let me know if it's not playing though, because last time I tried to share a video, it didn't play. So
Yeah, the mermaid sighting in Israel, in the Israelite town of Kiryat Yam, the mayor decided to offer a $1 million reward for anyone who could capture proof of the existence of this mermaid. One video I watched, this guy claimed that this mermaid slipped between his legs, and he claimed that she was flirting with him.
trying to learn to the bottom of the ocean.
And other people, I guess, have claimed to see this mermaid too.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share this Israel sighting video. Steven, you'll have to tell me if it's not playing because I won't be able to see it. Okay.
Okay.
Was it playing, Steven?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, man, this is cool. Got a seal on the rock down there?
That thing!
Yeah.
That's a weird looking seal, man. Are you filming this?
Yeah. How do you, where's the zoom on this?
Yeah, it's that button.
Oh, there, I got it.
I don't think it's a seal, man.
What is that?
Oh my god!
What is that?
Did you get that? Tell me you got that. Let's see that.
What? That is not a seal.
Oh, did you show it?
Yeah, that didn't look real. It looked.
I'm also gonna say this too. Animal Planet produced a mockumentary about mermaids. One called Mermaids: The Body Found in May 7th, 2012, and Mermaids: The New Evidence, May 26th, 2013. And when they presented it, people actually really believed it was real because it was produced by Animal Planet. That was from Animal Planet too.
I was going to say that did not look real. And then when I was looking for these videos that you wanted me to find, I saw one by Animal Planet, and I was looking at it. I'm like, that doesn't look real. It looks so fake.
I remember seeing it on TV, and I remember watching it and thinking, is this even real? And stuff like that. And it ended up not being real. But it's kind of like, you know, like the Blair Witch Project. I remember when that came out, people believed it was real.
It's the way it's filmed.
Yes.
Okay, so do you want me to show the one out of Kenya?
Yes.
Okay, let me make sure I got the right one. Okay. Okay, can you see it?
I see it, yep.
Okay. Wonder why she's moving like that, though. That makes me think it's not real. You know what I mean?
Why aren't they taking her to the water? That's what I'd be doing.
It looks like a wig.
Yeah. And I watched a video where a guy was commenting on this, and he said that it doesn't even look like the tail, the part where the tail begins is really connected to her body.
Okay, I'm gonna see if it comes back around.
So I don't really think this is a real video. I think it's a hoax.
And her movements are just weird.
And this was, let's see if I can find my notes on it. This supposedly happened in Kenya, Africa.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, I see her body, her torso. Yep, right there. Look. Let me go back just a smidge. Okay, now watch. Right there. See it?
What do you think, Liz?
I think it's a hoax. You can see the plaster tail or whatever. Like the stomach isn't touching it.
Uh-huh.
You can tell that it's
thinking maybe it is a real fish and they just kind of put it over her body. I don't know. Maybe it's completely fake. I don't know. There are people that dress up as mermaids and swim as part of like an aquarium thing.
Yes.
There's also that too. But that's like entertainment.
Right. Okay, and then you had one more video you wanted me to share. Did you want me to share? Oh, no, this was the one that I found when looking for videos. This is supposed to be some guy on a ship who supposedly seen two mermaids, one on each side of the ship. I'm going to show that real quick. And then that will be all the media we have for the night. Okay, here we go.
We got another one over here. What are those? What the fuck's going on? east side of the boat? What are those trails called? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something swimming real fast underneath that water. I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
What do you think of that one?
I don't know. It could be a fish. What do you think, Liz?
I don't know. I feel like most videos are going to be hoaxes because we have AI now, so it'd be so easy to make stuff up, you know.
I mean, it could have been like a fish making that noise. I don't know.
I mean, whales do sound like that,
Where is
but
that at?
it didn't say. Well, it probably did in the description, but it didn't in the video. And the thing is like, first of all, he started the video off with no hat on. The second half of the video, he had a hat on. I don't see him getting up real quick, running to the back of the boat, and having two hands to put his hat on. So it's like it was two videos, right? Then the very end of it, I don't know if you guys could hear it or even read the thing, but it said that one of the mermaids yelled, "Jump for me," and then started singing its siren song again. Could you guys hear the siren song?
Yep. I can
Okay.
hear like something screaming.
Yeah.
Did they hear it?
Mm-hmm. Or do you mean the people in the chat?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Nobody's saying anything. Well, Vicky, she said, what was the most recent sighting?
What?
She said, what was the most recent sighting?
I think the Israel one. I think. Or it may have been the Zimbabwe one. Which I'm not sure that was actually really a sighting. But people claimed that the mermaids were responsible for the dam breaking down.
Right.
For issues related to that. I do have something about something that's called the Hebrides mermaid in Scotland around 1900s. That this story was published in 1900. But according to this story, in 1830s, a mer child was found and was dead on the shore, and they buried it. That was in the 1830s.
Which makes me wonder, like, if people really found these things, would they actually bury them, or would they like contact a museum? You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
There's also something called a Jenny handover, which is basically like a stingray that is pretty much mummified, and then it's cut up to make it look like a person to some degree. Sometimes it's called a devil's fish. I've actually seen one in Rolla, Missouri. It was at the Totem Pole Trading Post, which is no longer in business. It don't look like a mermaid. It don't look like a. It looks like a stingray that's been cut up.
you don't live far from there, so you know Uranus has that oddity museum.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have something like that there?
I would have to look. I don't remember seeing it, But I did see it at Rolla. I did see that. I didn't even know what it was.
Okay.
The guy in the store claimed it was real.
He
I
has.
don't really think it was real, but that's what he claimed.
You'll say he has to do that. It's the only way he keeps these people coming in.
And I don't have a picture of it, but
Okay.
it looks like it's cut up to where it looks like it has arms, legs, and sometimes it has a tail. The ones I saw had a tail on it,
Okay.
and it has horns on it.
You think they were trying to depict a demon in a mermaid?
They may have, like it's a mermaid-like creature or something.
Right.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about something else too. Something that's not a mermaid, but it's an interesting story. No, not that one. No, not that one.
You're like, I got so many stories, but not that one. And not that one either.
I have it somewhere. Oh, here it is. In the southeastern part of Malusa Islands, this is the key islands of Indonesia. This was sighted by Japanese soldiers during World War II in 1943. He saw these creatures that the locals knew as orang ikan. And they look like men with carp's heads, pink bodies, webbed feet and hands. They don't look like a mermaid. Orang is Malay and it means human, and ikan means fish. So it means something along the lines of man-fish. And there's also a story about a man named Mr. Tarano Herbro, and I think he was a Japanese soldier. I don't know what his rank was, but the locals supposedly caught one in a net, and it was dead, and he saw it, and he tried to get people to investigate it further, but they didn't believe in him, so it didn't go anywhere.
From everything that you've read, would you say that mermaids are dangerous for people if they did run into one?
And a lot of the stories, they can be dangerous, but there's also stories where people marry them, where they become, to some degree, land dwelling, and then later on depart into the sea, or they take their lover with them to the sea. There's a lot of stories about them being kind of dangerous, seductive, like they're going to lure you into the water to drown you.
What do you think of the idea of a mermaid being a succubus?
I don't know. That is a connection you could make. Usually the siren is represented that way.
Right. Yep. They're alluring and like hauntingly beautiful, like all white and
yeah, and in a lot of Christian times there was debates about whether mermaids had souls. There's a story about a mermaid that was crying because the pastor told her that she didn't have a soul. So if you die, you don't even exist anymore.
the fact that she was crying said she has a soul. Good Lord.
So yeah. There supposedly is a saint that's a mermaid in Cornwall. It's based off a village of in some year that has a church that has an image of a mermaid on the church.
That's awesome. So
that's really all I know. That's all the extent of my notes.
Okay, so here's the theory. I've always thought of mermaids and sirens as one and the same. Okay? What if like religions and political sides. You have your extremists, and then you have your docile. Does that make sense? What if mermaids and sirens are one and the same, but mermaids are just your docile version and the sirens are the extremists? What do you think of that?
Maybe it's like in the Little Mermaid where Triton's like humans are bad, humans are evil, humans eat fish.
And then maybe it turns them bad
I don't know.
and
That's a
defensive.
cartoon.
Well, I mean, but Little Mermaid's based on an actual fairy tale, but it's much darker, much different.
Oh, can you repeat that again?
It's much darker and much different. It's not actually like the cartoon at all.
Yeah, that's true. Because in part of the original legend, um, she turns into a human. Uh, she's in pain from walking, and Eric doesn't fall in love with her. He falls in love with another woman. And then the sisters give her this magic knife to kill him with so that she can turn back with his blood or something like that. But she refuses to do that, and she chooses to stab herself, and she dies, and then she becomes an air spirit because she didn't kill him. Have you ever heard that version?
No, that's so sad.
I think that's the. I think it's by Han Anderson. I'd have to look it up.
I'm gonna say I've never read it. I just heard it was nothing like the cartoon,
Yep.
which in and of itself is still messed up. A 16-year-old girl marrying a grown-ass man, but whatever. Who are we to judge, right?
A lot of the stories aren't the same. A lot of them aren't the same.
Yeah, I'm sure. They had to make it child-friendly for Disney.
I don't
So,
remember. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Snow White. The stepmother is forced to dance on iron shoes that are heated till she's dead or something like that.
what?
Then the sisters, I think in Cinderella, have their eyes poked out by birds.
Oh my god. See, but this is what I'm talking about. This is why I made this particular show, because you have a head full of all kinds of crazy stories. I know you're always researching something.
This stuff is totally off topic, isn't it?
No, this is exactly what we're talking about. But Vicky did ask or say something about in Irish folklore, they had a silky mermaid. Did you hear anything about a silky?
I've never heard, I didn't read about that. Um, I forgot to mention that the Chinese mermaid version, she would make silk that couldn't get wet. I forgot to mention that.
What would happen if they got wet?
I guess the it was magic. It wouldn't get wet. I don't know.
Oh, so it just couldn't get wet.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
I guess it wouldn't retain water. I don't know. That's kind of weird, isn't it? If it's
It is.
underwater, then
How did she? Hmm.
I'd have to look that up, Vicky. I didn't really look up that one, but I'm sure there might be stories like that.
I've heard of silkies before. I think they're depicted as dark cryptids. Let me look it up real quick.
Like I remember reading about werewolves and werebears and werecats. So it's not just they turn into a wolf. There's also other versions of that too.
So actually, they're called selkies, and it's Scottish. Selkie men and women alike were thought to be irresistible. While most of our sources speak of female selkies turning into beautiful women, the males of the species were no less handsome.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool,
And,
Vicky.
and they have seductive powers over human. Oh, Selkie. I know what you're talking about. I know where I've seen it now. On BYU TV, there is a show called something like I found a selfie or something like that. It was like, and the description talks about this kid finding this half seal, half human, or whatever, something of the sort. That's where I saw that before.
I remember watching a show about mermaids, and it was about these teenagers that turn into mermaids, and this boy finds them, and he turns into a mermaid, and something like that. I don't remember the name of it though.
I don't remember that one.
I think it's
Vicky,
like a Disney thing.
Vicky confirmed they were half woman and half seal. Selkies. So, okay. Well, I guess, does anybody have anything they want to talk about it? Ask questions? We've got a whole 3 people in here.
Does anybody believe in mermaids? Does anybody think they're real?
Do you?
I don't really believe it. It'd be nice, but I like the movie Splash. That's one of my favorite movies.
That one was a good one. Wasn't that Uma Thurman?
Um,
No.
no,
Daryl
what's
something.
that guy's name? He's Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember the woman's name. I'd
Her
have to
name
look it up.
was Daryl. Something Hannah Daryl? Daryl
I
Hannah?
don't think it's Irma Thurma.
I think it's Daryl Hannah. And then
My
his
computer's
name
not really working
is
very well.
okay, Google. Who played Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump has a cast of more than 60 actors. Here are the first 3: Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, and Gary Sinise.
Tom Hanks.
Yep, Tom Hanks. I don't remember the woman's name.
You're very welcome.
Okay, Google. Who was the mermaid in the movie Splash?
Daryl Hannah. On the website
Daryl Hannah.
mermaid.fandom.com.
Oh, is that her name?
Madison is the mermaid character in Splash and Splash.
Okay,
movies.
Google.
In the first movie, Madison was
Okay,
portrayed
Google.
by actor-
Cancel. Thank you.
Yeah, but I remember that movie.
Well, hey, Rob. I'm wondering if that's Andrea. But yeah, they confirmed Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks. What are you looking at, Steven?
I was just trying to look up that movie.
Ah.
Splash. And my computer's not doing very well.
Oh, I'm telling you, you probably got an update to run, honey.
I probably do.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it for tonight then. Next, let's see, Monday I will be back at 6 o'clock, but with Haley Overseth. Robbie said it is him. So it's not Andrea, it's Rob. I will be on with Haley Overseth, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then in 2 weeks from tonight, Stephen will be back. And what will we be talking about then?
What do you want to talk about then? What
That's
creature do you want to talk about?
That's what I just asked you. What do you want to talk about?
Oh.
Hi, Joe.
Joe, what do you want to talk about?
Joe, tell us what our next topic will be. Give him a minute. It's delayed.
Maybe the Chupacabra. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
Chupacabra.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Chupacabra. Chupacabra. Now I'm questioning everything I'm saying. Chupacabra. We're just waiting for Joe to tell us what our next topic's going to be. He goes, Is that your hat from work? Is that your hat for working?
What?
Is that your hat for working?
No, this is like a beach hat.
Okay.
Mermaids.
Okay, that's a good one. Joe suggested, ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, you ready for your next topic, Steven?
Yep.
La Lorna. La
Oh.
Lorna. Okay.
All right. I'll look up everything I can about that.
All right, Joe.
About the ghost.
2 weeks from today, come back, Joe. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And oh, you already picked one, sir. You can't pick two.
What else
he
did he
says,
say? What else
he
did he
goes,
say?
oh, a cryptid dog man. So,
A trip. What?
cryptid dog man.
The dog man?
Yep. I. That's what he said. Cryptid dog man.
Which one do you want? We can do that. We can do La Lorna next week. Well,
2 weeks.
the next 2 weeks after that, and then do the dog man.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Lorna then. Okay. All right,
Okay?
Joe. 2 weeks. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Come back for Lorna. Okay. And then that's it for now, everybody. Again, Monday I will be on with Haley Overstuff from Global Ghost Hunt. And well, actually, she's from a lot of things. So she has her own show, or her own podcast and stuff. And I'm gonna get down to the bottom of what her real name is. I do believe her real name is Haley, but we'll find out. She goes by so many names. So, anyways, see you guys Monday.